right, we are live here at Seymour High School for the opening round of the NVL playoffs. It is the 13 and 7 Seymour Wildcats taking on the Wilby Wildcats here at home. Welcome to Project Purple Sports. I'm Zachary Gerster, and I'm here with.
Dino Varelli, Zach, we got a good one here tonight. A Wildcat's going to win. Let's just put it that way. That's pretty corny, but hey, folks, welcome to this is 3 out of 4 nights for us here at Project Purple Sports, bringing some high quality high school basketball here in Connecticut. We started the week off with an inner city rivalry in Milford in the SEC with Warren and Milford, Jonathan Law of Milford. And then last night we had the doubleheader in the SWC first round with Notre Dame girls and then Notre Dame boys. Tonight we're back up here in Seymour with the NVL first round. We've got two Wildcat teams. Both teams qualified for the tournament early, Zach. I know Seymour has had a couple games here tested over the last couple games, but they've won 7 of their last 8, where Wilby, they've won 3 of their last 4. So both these teams have qualified for the state tournament. Wilby plays in Division 2, Seymour in Division 3. Seymour is currently ranked 9th in Division 3, 6th in the NVL. Wilby is 30th in a loaded Division 2 and 9th in the NVL. So we've got a good one tonight. Let's talk a little bit about Project Purple. Some people might be tuning in for the first time and go, who is this Project Purple? Well, Project Purple is a Connecticut-based non-for-profit organization that empowers the fight against pancreatic cancer. Our unwavering commitment is fueled by our pursuit of raising awareness, driving critical research, and providing aid for patients battling this disease. Since our founding in 2010, we've been leading the charge, pioneering advancements, and bringing hope to those affected by pancreatic cancer. We are committed to making a real impact in the fight against pancreatic cancer. Our initiatives include research funding, patient support, and community outreach. Our results speak for themselves. To learn more about Project Purple, visit our website at www.projectpurple.org and make sure to follow us wherever you are on social media. Together, we can create a world without pancreatic cancer. Project Purple Sports is an exciting, I say, new initiative. Been here for a full year, Zach. We are on our 1 year anniversary. We need to celebrate. We need to do something fun here to celebrate. Maybe we'll come up with something for tomorrow night. So make sure to subscribe to get updated when we go live here on our stream. But this is exciting. We've done some playoffs in the past. This is the first year for basketball where we're doing conference playoffs. Thankful to Seymour and also Notre Dame Prep, the NVL and the SWC for allowing us the opportunity to stream these games, high quality basketball. And I think we're going to pause here. But so Project Purple Sports is a really cool initiative that we launched last year to raise awareness through student athletes all across the world, and being able to do this with a couple of our partners and being able to raise awareness with these young student athletes through the fall, the winter, and through the spring, both boys and girls sports. So super excited here tonight. Zach, this is the first time we've done an NVL
Yeah.
playoff game for basketball. I know we've done softball, but this is cool.
Yeah, it is. I think we're going to probably get into the national anthem here in, I'd say, probably 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, I guess these schools now they do this sportsmanship thing, and it's pretty long. It lasts about 2 minutes. So these two teams, Zach, met here just a couple weeks ago for the special Project Purple game. And so this should be an interesting matchup. They did play again up at Wilby. Seymour has won the last 2 that they've met. So we're going to pause here for the playing of the national anthem. All right, Zach, so we're back here. I think we're going to go into the lineups.
Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and meet our Seymour boys starting lineup.
Senior captain, Robbie Carfiello, number 2.
Senior captain, number 10, Joey Carviello.
Senior captain, number 4, Shane White. Nobody in practice could guard me.
Logan Hamilton, number 0, senior. Shane cannot guard me.
I'm Jake George, number 11, and I'm the center.
Joe Carfiello, head coach of the Seymour Wildcats. This is my 22nd year as the varsity coach.
All right, so this is our Seymour boys starting lineup. Dino, do you have the Wilby lineup for us?
I do. So sophomore Sean Garner, senior Aaron Baker, senior Kalik Johnson, sophomore Byron Murillo, and freshman Shaylin Barnes. So, these two teams faced off in the last month twice already, Zach. This is their third meeting. Just looking statistically, they both average 62 points a game. But Seymour's team defense is 53 points. Wilby's is 60. So they've got a 2-point differential. So, we'll see which team prevails here. I know Wilby just comes off a loss to St. Paul the other night, their last game. They were up 22 in that game and ended up losing. So should be an interesting game. I mean, Seymour, we've seen a lot of Seymour this year. We have seen this Wilby team, like I said, just about a month ago. And Murillo and Barnes went off in that game. A couple players got into foul trouble. Wilby's not that deep. They only have 9 players total. So here we go. George will tap. Wilby will control the tap.
Yeah, I would like to know if you're Seymour where Murillo was. He had 4 first quarter threes in that last matchup against Seymour here at home. And he torched them for 12 easy ones. And he will fire at will from deep.
I think he heard you say that.
Yeah. He actually did ask me before the game. He's like, "Are you the Project Purple guys?" I was like, "Yes, we're ready and our stream is up now."
We know you're watching. Joey Carfiello to the hole. He gets started early here. That's a good sign if you're Seymour.
Say, yeah, their offense has been pretty stagnant in the last couple of games we've covered.
And Zach, this court is small. I know we've talked about this. There was some talk about this game being moved to maybe the middle school, which we've done last year. Deep through Hamilton got cleared out there.
Yeah, Khalid
Johnson. Yeah.
Didn't work on the offensive glass for an easy putback. Wilby's coming out in man, too.
Zach, they're missing a player. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be on 1. He's all over. So Baker, the senior. So I believe there was a Maddox kid on their team. I'm going to look through my book that they're missing here. That's not, I don't see, I got to look at the roster. I thought they had 1 player. Maybe not. Maybe I got confused. Oh. There's going to be discussion here. 31, not 31. There's not a 31, but there is a 1. I think they, that's on number 1, not 31.
I was going to say, I know their book is confusing because the numbers in there are different as Carfiello gets easy to there.
4-2 here early. So, Zach, just like, we've done Notre Dame prep quite a bit and Seymour here. Ooh, that's a tight one. Their defense leads to their offense, and Seymour plays not identical. That wouldn't be proper to say, but when they score, they're able to get into that press, just like what we see with Notre Dame prep. If you watch our stream, we've done a lot of Notre Dame prep games. When they score, they get right into that full court pressure, which typically leads to turnovers. So Seymour likes to play that style as well.
Yeah, I mean, they also, the only issue is on some of those rotations, they're getting beat as Garner will knock them down. Like, they're out so far, the 2 wings, that they're allowing the person in the middle of on the free throw line to cut around and take an easy jump shot, as Garner just did. George from the elbow. Oh, not the elbow, the baseline.
Almost got his own rebound. Yura. Ooh.
Can you say on the floor here?
Yeah, let's see if that's on. That's on Joey. That's his second. I think he's going to have to sit here. He's telling his dad to keep him in. He's going to pull him. Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
If you are Wilby, though, I'd continue to go at Carfiello when he's on the floor. He does lead their team in scoring with about 24 a game. Good clear out there by Johnson, but it'll be stolen by White. And he got hit in the head, and he's upset.
Zach, so I know this is something we've talked about all season here at Seymour. Who else is going to step up? White with the drive, hangs, can't get it to drop. I like the effort there by White.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a combination of, as Johnson gets another easy two, of Shane White, Robbie Carfiello, and Logan Hamilton here. They all average about 10 points a game, and they're going to need to step up with their leading scorer on the bench. Carfiello will get downhill. Can't get it to go. Johnson with a strong rebound.
Barnes dribbles. You know, sometimes you see teams rally when their star player goes out. Wild shot. Wilby gets the rebound. Murillo, deep three. That's going to be on Baker, his second. So he's going to have to sit. So number 12, Stewart, a freshman, into the game. So Wilby goes small here. Stewart not as tall as Baker. And also in for Seymour, for Jake George, Anthony Cortella, quarterback on the football team. They're playing pretty physical here, Zach. Nice take by White.
Yeah, and they're letting him play too.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a playoff atmosphere.
The only thing, if you're Seymour, Zach, you got to go strong. You can't, you know, if they're letting you play, you got at least. And I know Seymour's got, you know, 4 seniors out there with a sophomore in Cortella who's played a substantial amount of minutes this year on varsity. You got to go to the ball. You got to go to the hole strong, I should say. You got to be strong with the ball, as they say, right? If they're letting them play, you can't expect fouls. Don't play soft.
You got to welcome the contact.
So that's the first on Garner. Zach, we could be in for a long night here if the fouls keep adding up. This could add up really quick.
Well, I mean, I guess the only silver lining is Wilby cannot really foul a lot because they don't have a deep bench.
No. White with the floater again. Unable to. Yeah. That's going to be. Yeah, Murillo fell on the ground. That's a. White a little too aggressive there on the rebound. Excuse me, that was Gardner.
Would be a game at some point I would look to get Ethan Placencia out there for some minutes there.
Yeah, we were told we can't have a love fest. That's 10 seconds. Zach, we can only bring up Placencia like 3 times in the game. And you did it once, so.
It's like Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times, he gets into the game.
That's a good one. Robbie Carfiello just off the mark, man.
Can't finish.
Calabrese had a hand on it. Murillo, deep 3. He gets fouled, though.
Calabrese.
Yeah, Calabrese. I think Coach Carfiello is trying to make the argument there down on the other end. I think he's got a point there.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty evenly called for fouls right now, so I don't know if that would be the issue, but we did see Calabrese a little late there on the defensive rotation on the way back, and he got Murillo's hand, so Murillo's going to shoot 3 here. Misses the first one, so 2 more for the sophomore.
So Murillo misses the first of the 3. Makes the second, Zach. So, Zach, something we noticed, there will be turnovers. I know they're young. Just shot selection. Again, coming from a young team, but again, like both these teams have played 20 games, so this is the bonus, right? This is the 21th game of the season, so you should be able, shouldn't be making mistakes that you're making in the beginning of the year as a freshman or a sophomore because you played the whole season. So nice fake there by Hamilton.
That's a good sign for Seymour too, if he can get going early.
I like that move by Hamilton, Zach.
I do too. They're just getting, Wilby's has some great ball movement. Barnes will get a free throw pull up, no good, rebounded by White. And I think Seymour's defense is getting spread out all over the place. As Robbie Carfiello gets a nice two there. Timeout by Coach Parker for Wilby, and he's upset.
Yeah. Then one picked up Carfiello. Nice job. Looks like 30-second timeout by Wilby. But nice job by Carfiello recognizing no one came up to pick him up. And he also finished with the left, Zach. That was a nice finish.
Yeah, and it was, and they needed it. They've missed, I think, already 4 or 5 layups/floaters, which that isn't really what we see from Seymour. It's more of they have issue scoring the basketball, not getting quality shots.
I have to say, Zach, we're 5 minutes into this game here, and both teams have gotten shots off. They just haven't made them, right? I mean, Barnes just had a pull-up from the free throw line there, which is a good shot. Murillo's had a couple looks before being fouled. They just haven't gone down. So neither team has had issues getting shots off. As we speak, Wilby gets a quick two there. Khalik Johnson with another two. He's up to 6.
Yeah, he's 66% of Wilby's offense right now. Good step back by White, and he'll get it to go. He's fired up. So
Seymour's going to need that tonight, Zach.
Yeah, they will. I see Carfiello talking to his dad on the bench. He's trying to get back out there, but Motel will get up, and he's going to get ready to check into the game.
Oh, that's a double dribble. I think he got away with that. That looked like a double dribble from him.
The ref was doing the tipped emoji, or whatever you want to call it. It's Carfiello in the paint and one, and he's pumped up. So a Joey-less offense, and Seymour has found some bit of a groove here between Hamilton, White, and Carfiello. Hamilton will get subbed out for Motel.
Who is that last foul on, Zach? I don't have 12. Okay. So Stewart picks up his first foul. Robbie Carfiello for the traditional three-point play here. Cortella had a hand on it. It's going to stay Seymour ball. So, what's interesting here, Zach? Seymour, typically the offense will run through Joey Carfiello, right? He's a 25-point game scorer, leading scorer. Players have to step up here. So, maybe this is what we're seeing here. More of those looks that would be there if Joey wasn't scoring.
White feeling it. Looked good.
I like that shot, though. I like the confidence by White. He's got to get 10 to 12 shots. Between him and Hamilton, they got to get shots up along with Carfiello. Murillo wide open. Just can't find the basket, Zach.
I mean, he's 0 for 3 now from three-point line.
Motel saved that, Zach. That was going out of bounds. Motel wide open. Way off the mark. That's his rebound.
White will step into one and hit it. So Shane White here with 8 points for Seymour to lead the way. And the bench is fired up there.
The defense. So, Zach, we saw this last night. Offense leads to that defense, but you can't see a little pep in the step by Seymour. Yeah.
Well, when they get baskets, everyone's energized. It's hard.
Yeah. Motel's wide open. Oh. That's a chippy.
I don't know if
Oh, they're going to keep. Oh, no. That's going to be on Murillo, his first. Oh, wow. I didn't see that one. I thought that was, yeah, Devon Parker. So that's going to be 2 shots for Calabrese. Coach Parker gave it a look, but he wasn't going to argue it, Zach. He's staring at him. Calabrese makes the first.
Yeah, he's their best free throw shooter by far. It's routine for him.
And coming into the game, I think Coach Carfiello heard us. The big man, Ethan Placencia, the senior. He's a high energy guy, Zach.
Yeah, I like it. He brings physicality. Already putting in work on the glass. Seymour's got to close out here. Johnson will let one fly. No good. Rebounded by Motel. So Seymour can hold for one here.
I'd like to see the high screen, Zach. Hopefully we get this here. This is like perfect. I think they're calling for it. They're calling for it. Here we go.
Use it.
Perfect.
Nice.
There you go. Bingo. Oh, gets it up. There you go, Ethan. Get up there, big guy.
Calabrese wide open to let. Oh, can't get it short to Parker. That was a good look there.
Zach, that's exactly what you want to see from the senior, Ethan Placencia. And look who comes out to hit him almost 3/4 of the way on the court. Joey Carfiello. I love it. I love it. So Seymour is pumped 19-11 as we go to the second quarter here. But Shane White Jr. leading the way for Seymour with 8.
Yeah,
For Devon Parker's Wilby Wildcats, Khalik Johnson with 6.
If you are Coach Carfiello, are you putting Joey back in yet or not? And Shane's upset about something.
Maybe they're giving him a breather. See a couple coaches talking to him. I don't know. Maybe they're. Yeah. I don't think you put Carfiello back in, Zach. You got an 8-point lead. He is your leading scorer. You'd rather have him in the second half with those 3 fouls versus putting him back in, maybe catching one. I mean, if you're up, why bother? I mean, you've had great momentum. You've gotten great efforts from a lot of kids. Hamilton has contributed, Brandon Calabrese, and then what we just saw with Ethan Placencia coming in and giving some energy, in that last 30 seconds. So looks like that's who's going to be coming out. We've got Calabrese, Hamilton, Motel, Robbie Carfiello, and Ethan Placencia. I kind of like this, Zach. Maybe you get, we know that conditioning's been an issue for some of these guys, especially Placencia. So maybe you get them a minute here, and then you come back with White.
Yeah, White was very upset there. Still is on the bench. I mean, I can understand it. He was feeling it in that first quarter. He was leading the way with 8.
Motel turns it over. Wilby doesn't have numbers here.
Murillo,
yeah. That's a good sign for Wilby. Murillo gets on the board. He's got 4, his first 3. Zach, what's interesting here with the NVL is only 2 referees. We saw the SWC go with 3 for other playoff games. So not that that's saying anything in terms of the difference in officiating, but just want to point that out.
Yeah, well, it is a smaller court here for Seymour. And they're actually going to get White George up right away. Murillo will get another one off. Rebounded by Johnson. He's killing them on the glass offensively.
Wilby's got to be careful, though, because on those rebounds, Zach, they are trying to get those steals. I mean, I know fouls weren't, they hit 5 in that first quarter. Again, they don't have a very deep bench. I just would think, you got to be disciplined enough. Good job by the big guy, Ethan Placencia. Gives you 2, 21-14 Seymour, Zach.
It's just a great pick and roll there between him and Robbie Carfiello.
He's got the steal. Gets on the floor, yes!
And everyone's fired up there for Seymour. Energy is high as Hamilton will step through the lane and he'll get fouled. That'll be Johnson's first.
Coach Parker, I think, is yelling
Oh,
at his
wait a
point
minute.
guard,
Maybe they gave it to
Barnes.
Barnes there. I think they called that on
Yeah,
Barnes.
they called it on Barnes. Yeah, that's weird. So Coach Parker, I think, is giving his point guard Barnes an earful. He just got pickpocketed by the biggest guy on the court. Hamilton makes the first. So slew of substitutions here. Fortella in for Fortella, White, and George in for Calabrese, Motel, and Placencia. Hamilton makes the second. He's dialed in tonight, Zach. That's a good sign.
I think Seymour's a little bit high up there. They're picking up at kind of like the mid-court area, which I don't mind, but they're allowing Hamilton to get a steal. To go right at Murillo. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Robbie Carpiello, and he's up and in, and he's got 6. So up to 11 here for Seymour.
Murillo drives, loses it. Ball's on the ground. Jump ball. 2 Seymour players. It's going to stay Wilby. So we're going to get another substitution in there. Number 15. Tavon Malachi, a senior. It's like and Joey Carfiello. I'm surprised he's coming back in, but he's going to replace his brother. I would have kept him on the bench, but still a lot of basketball to play,
but
Zach.
it's hard to keep, your number 1 scorer on the bench and one there. So Sean Garner? Is that how you say it?
Sean. Looks
So
like that's on,
who'd they get? Cortella or White?
I think it was on White. Number 4, Shane White. That's his second.
So he's another one who's going to have to be careful with fouls, too. There's still about 5:30 left to play here in the second quarter.
So Joey Carfiello running the point here, Zach, which we saw a little bit previous games. Barnes all over Hamilton.
So White's going to look to go at Garner. He's going to step back and let it fly. Leaves it just a bit short. Rebounded by Morello. Morello's going to look to answer back here, and he will. So he has 2 threes here in the second quarter. Cuts to 6.
Got to know where he is at all times, Zach. Carfiello turns the ball over.
Going to get a pick by Barnes. Barnes is going to get it. Oh, they're going to get Hamilton in the block.
Yeah, he was moving. I think that's a good call. I know Hamilton's not happy, but he was moving. So Barnes to shoot 2. Zach, if you're Seymour, these last couple plays here, a lot of one-on-one. The ball was moving in that first quarter. When Carfiello went out of the game, the ball was really moving across from side to side. Didn't really see much of that. Barnes makes the first. So Robbie Carfiello back in, who is their point guard. 25-20. Looks like we're getting a sub in for the shooter. So Dixon into the game, a junior. He replaces Barnes. So Coach Parker has played everybody on the bench except there's one player that hasn't come into the game.
Joey Carpiello with a step back 3, and he'll get it to go.
They count that as a 2 or a 3, Zach? Yeah, they count it as a 2.
3. No, because they were at 25, and he'll get a steal. He's going to go up on Stewart hard. Can't get it to go, but he'll hit to the line and shoot 2.
So that's Stewart's second. Hamilton's getting a warning for delay of game. I don't know for what.
I thought he told him to play the game.
Oh, play the game.
I'm not sure.
I got muffled ears. Joey Carfiello in and out, misses the first. So 28-21. This is the second. White had it. Carfiello gets it back over to George. A couple players wide open. This Wilby team, Zach, is very active with their hands. I know I mentioned that before on the defensive side. Coach Carfiello, I think he wanted a foul, but I think that's just like they're very active hand-wise, right? So you got to be in that triple threat. When you catch that ball, you got to be ready to play, man. Because it's either going to get stripped or you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White will get downhill, and he'll throw one up, and I think he's going to get fouled by Malachi.
He got lucky there. Coach Parker. That's Malachi's first. Coach Parker, yeah, he's making that argument. He was kind of out of control on that drive, but so White to shoot 2. Makes the first. Ethan Placencia back into the game. So let's see how Seymour plays this, Zach. I'd love to see him up on that high pick and roll, really utilize that body. White makes the second.
He's in double figures with 10.
So timeout looks like Seymour, 32nd. Timeout by Seymour. So, Zach, if you're Seymour here, you've got a size advantage. Johnson is still on the bench for Wilby, who's probably their tallest player and did the most damage in that first quarter. He's got no fouls. Kind of interesting that Coach Parker hasn't put him back into the game. I don't know what's going on there, but he was a force on the inside. I mean, I know Baker's got 2 fouls, but Johnson was their leading scorer in that first quarter. And he is yet to come back into the game, Zach. Kind of surprised by this. I mean, you got to counter. I mean, Seymour's got height and size going for them here. So I don't know. All right, here we go. So Baker's coming back in. He gives you some height here. He'll replace the shorter Dixon. I guess they're not going to allow. So you got 2. Look at the backcourt of Wilby right now are the 2 smallest players. Oh, excuse me, the front court. And Dixon and Barnes. They're giving up a huge height advantage here if you're Seymour.
They are, but they can make up with it with quickness.
Blocked there by Placencia.
Malachi got away with a foul there too. A little bit of contact.
If I was, I would post up Robbie Carfiello.
Asensio can't get it to go. Malachi with the rebound. Will be down the other way. Barnes is running the offense here. Carfiello will fall down.
Murillo has it. You got to know where Murillo is here. I'd imagine the offense is going to come through Murillo at some point, Zach.
Yeah, especially with Johnson on the bench.
Height there, the taller Carfiello. Joey gets back on board here. He's got 2 more. He's got 9, Zach.
Yeah.
32-21. Yeah, if you're Wilby, you got to get Murillo some touches here. Oh, Wilby just throwing the ball around here.
They've gone in out of control there.
Coach Parker not happy with his players here. But as I was saying, the height there in that first play of Joey Carfiello to tip that ball from Dixon to get – I'm going to reset the shot clock. Yeah, here we go. Here's Johnson. Johnson's back into the game.
Malachi was going to sit, and actually Wilby's back down 11 here, so Seymour can start to open this up if they can get another basket here. And I'd like to see – here it comes. Robbie Carfiello will step into a 3. No good. Rebounded by Placencia.
Good hustle there by the Carfiello brothers. Joey's got 11. But Zach, who started that?
Ethan Placencia. Pick and roll and then getting active on the offensive glass. As Murillo will try a corner three, no good.
He
Johnson
shot that off
gets
1
down.
foot, Zach.
Yeah.
Turnover. Ooh, did the lady get hit?
Yeah.
I think if you're Coach Carfiello, yeah, good call here. Paciencia, White, and Carfiello out. You're up 13. Carfiello and White have 2 fouls each, so I like this move here.
I do too. And
We
it
know
kinda-
he listens to this, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call there. Barnes was all over. That's the second on Barnes. So 5 fouls yet? No, it's going to be on the side.
The next
If
one
you're
will put him in the bonus.
Yeah, if you're Seymour here, though, Zach, I'd love to see them work this ball really around. You got 2 shooters in Hamilton and Calabrese that can shoot from 3. You got 150 left on the clock. Like, really work that clock down. No,
Hamilton is trying to create.
Barnes almost picked up another foul. Robbie Carfiello trying to get the foul. I think he needed one more pass there, Zach. A little bit of a force.
Yeah, and Johnson has been good at being down low and contesting without fouling. So I don't know why they really strayed away from taking him out. Good steal there by Calabrese and not the Portello.
Wilby's turned the ball over a lot this quarter. Coach Parker watches this post game. He's going to Euro by Hamilton. Gets his own rebound. Got to stop the ball. Robbie Carfiello pretty upset.
And the ref told him enough.
Yeah, that's his first. So Murillo to shoot 2. I think Coach Carfiello's upset. I think he's upset with the call. Coach Parker just watching. I love this. So Byron Murillo
trying to tell him to tee him up.
Yeah, the Wilby fans. Coach Parker's just sitting there watching, Zach, though, just taking it in.
I think Coach Carfiello's argument was that Murillo looked to pass instead of, like, he wasn't in a shooting motion.
Yeah. Murillo misses. The Wilby bench was silent on that one, Zach. So 59 seconds left. Seymour up 13. 34-21. Murillo to shoot second. Makes the second.
He's been most of their offense here with 7.
He's got 8. He's got 8 total. 2 threes and 2 free throws.
Yeah, but he's all of their offense in the second quarter with 7. As Calabrese will get a look from 3 and can't get it to go. Grab his rebound, will step into a deep 2, and he'll get that to go.
Zach, if you're getting points from Calabrese, that's a good sign if you're Seymour.
Well, it's a good sign that they have 6 players who scored a basket. Maybe they're lucky to get 2 or 3.
Hamilton went for the steal. Calabrese almost got it on the steal from Barnes to Murillo.
Someone's going to need to box out Johnson. I know he didn't get the rebound there, but he's been active on the offensive glass.
13 seconds here. Offense for defense here. Motel and Cortella go out. You've got White and Carfiello. I don't want to say it because we're going to jinx it, but 13 seconds, I would put the big guy in, do that screen and roll. But what do we know, Zach?
He's going to try to get Hamilton or White a look here. Hamilton will let it fly from deep, and he'll get it to go for a deep 2, and he's fired up. So 16-point lead for Seymour going into the half. I mean, it's just been an offensive onslaught from the entire Seymour core 7-8 rotation people.
Yeah, if you're Wilby, you got to stop turning the ball over and you got to make some shots. They didn't really make any shots other than the two Murillo threes. I mean, Garner had a two, but I mean, they just didn't make much in that quarter, and so you got to take care of the basketball, and you got to make shots, and you got to get stops. Right? This comes down to defense now. If you're down 16, like you're gonna have to get some stops here. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna cut for halftime. We'll be back with about 3 minutes to go to talk a little bit about our sponsors. We've got a big game tomorrow, and we've got more games coming up next week, or in 2 weeks actually, possibly next week. So make sure to subscribe to stay up to date and up to speed on all things Project Purple Sports. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
All right, so we got about 3 minutes left here in halftime, and we want to preview the NVL boys playoff picture. So obviously on the right side of the bracket, Seymour and Wilby's taking place right now. The winner of this game will go on to face Waterbury Career Academy, and then on the other side in a playoff game tonight, St. Paul is playing Wolcott. The winner of that game will face Crosby. And then on the left side of the bracket, Watertown and Kennedy also playing tonight. The winner will take on number 1 seed Holy Cross, who won with a coin toss, and they decided they wanted to be the 1 seed. And then Woodland and Oxford is playing. I do know Woodland is only up 3 at halftime, 43-40. No, maybe I'm wrong, Dino.
I apologize. We've got a score in here from Oxford. Oxford trails Woodland 43-30 at the half. So Woodland's got a pretty substantial lead. They're up 13. They will play Torrington in that upper bracket. So they'll come in. They were originally 5th. So 5 plays 12, and 6 plays 11, and we've got the 7 playing the 10 here. So. And I know for those folks that were trying to track this online, so we found out today, because none of this was finalized until last night, I think, Zach. Some teams had some games, but what's listed on the CIAC website, if you do the drop down for the NVL, they have their own scoring, and it's a whole nother bracketology. So what you see there, like Torrington, I think on the CIAC website is like 5th or 6th. They were the 4 seed. So they surpassed Woodland. I believe Woodland was listed as the 4 seed on the CIAC website. So let's talk quick about our sponsors, Zach. So our sponsors here at Project Purple Sports that allow us to do this, we couldn't do this without them. Our first one is New Balance. New Balance has been a great partner of ours over the last couple of years, partnering with all of our endurance teams. Any event that we do, New Balance gets involved in terms of pickleball, CrossFit, whatever we've done at Project Purple. They've been a great partner of ours over the last couple of years, so we're happy to have them along in this Project Purple Sports ride. Here in state, we've got a big partner in Project Purple Sports and a lot of what we do in Hartford Healthcare. Last year, we were blessed to provide Hartford Healthcare with the largest grant in the state of Connecticut history of $750,000 towards what will become the state of Connecticut's largest high-risk screening and surveillance program for pancreatic cancer. And Hartford Healthcare has been a big partner in Project Purple Sports in raising awareness through the communities, through our program. So we're back at it. It's going to be Seymour ball here, Zach. Keys to the game here, if you're Wilby.
Well, first thing, let's shout out Ray Dalla 860 on Twitter for tweeting. So Dino, you were right. Madden Fox was playing for Wilby. He's hurt and he's out tonight. So Wilby's down one of their key players.
So Seymour has it here. If you're Seymour, keep doing what you're doing. If you're Wilby, stop the turnovers and get some shots.
White gets them jumping by him. He's got his first bucket here to continue on that 10-point first half outburst.
Nice defense there. Good take there. Strong take by Johnson. He picks up where he played a great first quarter, but I don't know. Nice take there by Robbie Carfield. I don't know if he said something in the huddle or something. He didn't play much in that second quarter. Kind of surprising because he was an issue for Wilby, like in a positive way.
He was a difference maker, especially on that offensive glass, getting putbacks. And Baker, I thought he got fouled there by George, but there's a no call.
They're letting him play, Zach. Triple team coming in, look like.
Robbie Carfiello wide open, can't get the 3 to go. It'll be rebounded by Garner. So
18-point lead.
They need to start cutting into this deficit here. Barnes, we haven't seen him shoot much yet.
Scott, Zach, I think in that first game that we had here, so the first of the 3 that they played, Barnes had a couple threes early, but didn't do much after that. Yeah, it's a travel.
Well, I will say, I do know that I think Wilby had a chance to win that game on a 3, and Barnes didn't see the open player and ended up shooting a deep contested three. I think
Yeah.
Murillo was open on the wing.
Yeah. Nice take there by Garner. If you're Wilby, you got to get stops here. And Seymour, you got to also get stops, Zach. You got to keep playing. I mean, I'd love to see the ball move here. They got to move the ball around. They had a nice opening drive there with White getting that cut.
Good pass by Robbie Corfiello inside. Hamilton can't get it to go. The foul will be on Barnes, and that'll be his third.
So Hamilton to the line to shoot two. He's 2 for 2 for the game. Makes the first. Let's see if Seymour comes in with a press, Zach, off the make. George with a strong rebound. Swing it. George Flatfoot, he gets his own rebound.
He's all over the place.
You know, if you're Seymour, that's a good sign here, getting the energy, guys. Yeah, we're going to see a sub here. Coach Parker's not happy. Getting kind of physical in there, Zach.
Good pass by Barnes.
Yeah, that's going to be on George. George and Johnson in there pushing each other. So Jake George is his first foul.
Wow, they're going to take it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that substitution there. I know you go senior for senior, but Johnson.
Yeah, I haven't seen much out of Malachi so far tonight. Barnes had a three, thought about it. I think Coach Parker was telling Barnes to shoot that.
So 19-point lead here for Seymour, Zach. 5:32 in this quarter. Man-to-man.
White's going to fire a three, and he's going to hit. They're going to
got him
up.
Yep.
So that's going to be his third personal there.
You got to be smarter if you're White, man. You can't. He's a pretty fiery player, but he's got to be careful here. He may get tossed. These refs are not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you got to be careful and you got to be smarter.
15. I think it was for the celebration after the fact.
So Barnes makes the first. I thought Murillo was going to shoot those. Misses the second. So only a 2-point swing here. We'll see what comes out of this offensive set.
Yeah, they need to get something going. They're down 21 now. So it's now or never if you're Wilby.
Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be the fourth on Joey Carfiello.
It'll be his third.
Third, excuse me. So both White and Joey Carfiello with three here.
I don't know if I would leave him out there to play with three.
Yeah, especially up this much, Zach.
I'd pull him until you need him, because if he gets four here, Wilby starts to go on a run. You may not have him.
Garner makes the first. Substitution. Barker goes out. Stewart in. So Wilby small here. Coach Parker likes the small lineup. Garner makes the second. Zach, Garner's quietly has 10 here. Where's the person in the middle? You got to come to the ball in the middle.
Well, Wilby will get a nice chance here to start to dial in a little bit more on this deficit. They're down 19 now with a chance to cut it even closer. I'd say if you can get it to like 10 by the end of the fourth quarter, you're in shape. Garner with a block by Carfiello.
Garner was out of bounds when he touched the ball. So Garner's only a sophomore, Zach.
It Wilby's a young team, so they'll have a nice future. Even next year, you know, they have some of the younger guys getting a ton of minutes. They'll be dangerous.
So Murillo's gonna Coach Parker's not happy with Murillo. I don't think he's yelling at the official. So Murillo picks up his second. Coach Parker talking to the official there.
The official's not happy.
I don't know what he was saying, but he was just shaking his head coming out of that. Good defense there by Wilby. Calabrese, who's a shooter, Zach.
Getting in the paint. Would have liked to seen him just take that off the catch. Garner's going to dump it off to Malachi.
That's a travel. Quartella into the game for George. So Barnes all over Carfiello. So Robbie Carfiello, I know this. We've seen. I think he's getting kind of annoyed. You know, the Wilby players again. They're letting him play in terms of physicality here. And I know Robbie Carfiello a couple times on that press seems to be getting annoyed that the Wilby defenders are holding on to him.
They didn't let him get away with a lot of
Hamilton. We've got referees in the stands. Sorry about the noise, folks. Our mics are really good. They pick up a lot of background noise, but I guess the Seymour fans weren't happy with that call. Parker telling his team to get the ball to Murillo. Trying to get it over. Barnes can't handle it. Steal by Calabrese. Hamilton was open, Zach. They missed him.
Yeah,
if you're Seymour, I'd get the ball moving.
Carfiello in one. Wow, he's fired up. So Seymour's starting to run away with this one, and Johnson's going to get ready to step back in.
Malachi second. I think that's Joey's first basket of the quarter. But if you're Wilby, I mean, Johnson, he's got 8 points. He's got to be in the game, man, if they're going to come back, Zach.
Yeah, especially with what he's been doing defensively and on the offensive glass. Joey misses a free throw.
I mean, I know Fox is a good player for them, and they're missing him. Barnes with a deep three.
Calabrese with a wide open three. Can't get it.
That's his shot.
Yeah. And he knows they're going to start to fall as he starts getting to more of a rhythm. And they are up 21 right now, so it's not as much of a factor. But those are going to be the ones that need to be hit, open threes. Johnson off of a putback.
He's into double digits, Zach. He's got 10. And he's got 4 this quarter. Him and Gardner.
Hamilton will try at 3. No good. Rebounded by Garner. I would run a little 2-man game here. Get Johnson on the screen for Barnes or Murillo, and then let him roll to the basket. He's more athletic. Murillo has been very quiet as he hasn't been able to get the ball once.
Just haven't got, well, there he gets it. Just haven't been able to get him good looks though, Zach. You know that?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him more up top with Barnes, kind of create some space for himself, as he'll actually try a 3, can't get it to go.
That's a tough shot. Good box out there by Calabrese. He had Johnson on his back, but no call there. That was almost another one on Johnson. He swung at that one trying to block that, so. A couple of subs coming in here. Murillo pivots. That was a good take, just can't finish that.
I mean, that one was in and out, though. Joey Carfiello downhill with the left, and he'll get it to go.
Seymour starting to run away with this one, Zach. 23-point lead here 147. You know, we talk about this often. The clock is not your friend when you're down 20. And when you can't get defensive stops,
Well, I like.
Garner with a tough take.
I don't know why they haven't been trying to go at Carfiello more. He's really been not defensively contesting as much as he would have. He's hit those 3 fouls.
Robbie Carfiello, one-on-one, gets his own rebound. Move it around, guys. I would want that possession back, Zach.
Yeah, I would too. Good
Barnes.
look for Barnes.
Just can't make it. Wilby just can't buy a basket from the outside.
With Jonathan Law on Monday. Couldn't get anything to go from 3.
Wilby's got numbers here. Murillo just turns. And that's not a good shot. That's been the story of the game for Wilby. Garner misses a chippy, Zach. Coach Parker doesn't even get off the bench. Timeout. What is going on?
I don't know. The refs also didn't look too pleased with Robbie Carfiello shooting that after the buzzer.
Yeah, that could have been a technical foul, Zach.
Yeah, they just got to play smart. If you're Seymour, and you should have this one in the bag, and you'll be having a matchup with Waterbury Career, who beat you by, I think it was 15 here at home. And
a lot closer than the end score. I know that first couple of quarters, it was a close game, and then as the fourth quarter, WCA started to pull away. But, you know, in that first game with Wilby, we saw Murillo really go off, right? But and they don't have Fox tonight, but Garner and Johnson have had a very good game, all things considered. Zach, they've got 20 of the 33 here for Wilby. So, you know, again, we did see much of Johnson in that second quarter, and that's when Seymour started to pull away. I don't know, maybe if there was something going on there, and maybe just Coach Parker was trying to get some other players some minutes. I mean, he wasn't in foul trouble, but you know, I don't know. Maybe when he looks at the film, if he in fact does look at the film, maybe look at that turning point in that second quarter, why they took, I would have stuck with Johnson and Garner. But you know what? So this is the thing. We've got a very young team in Wilby, and a lot of teams don't recognize this. When you got players like that can score, stop shooting threes, get the ball into the block and run some offense for them, right? Like run some motion for those guys to get easy looks because they're on. Ball's turned over there.
Akers will get one to go. So he's on the book here. 3 quarters in for the first time.
13 seconds here. Portella travels. Tried to come to a jump stop, but traveled. 9 seconds here, so.
Ref is still upset with shots after the whistle's been blown.
So Parker still talking to the official there. He's upset about something. He just yelled out horrible. I don't know what he's complaining about.
Stewart can't get it to go.
Coach Parker was not happy with the official. I'm not sure what he was saying horrible about. So 54-35, 19-point lead here for Seymour. 8 minutes left in this game, Zach. The first 2 minutes are going to say a lot for Wilby if they're going to get into this game, or if it's going to be see you in the state CIAC Division II playoffs and who they go up against being the 30-ranked team. If there's 30 teams, they might play, I guess, the number 1, right? I guess if there's 15 games. I don't know how that works. I know the brackets don't come out for another week here, but you know, we'll see in the first 2 minutes if this is going to become a game, or you know, if we'll see what happens. You know, in terms of scoring, defense, and scoring, Seymour's almost to their scoring average per game. Wilby's got a little bit to go, but you know, Wilby averages about 62 a game, as we mentioned in the opening, as does Seymour. But the Seymour defense averages only 53. So we'll see if Seymour can hold them to that or what this will happen.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Wilby is those first 2 minutes, if they can get some sort of offensive structure or offensive flow going, they'll have a chance in the game if they can turn it around on the defensive end. But it's just with the way their offense is played, I mean, they're going to need more points this quarter than they have gotten in a quarter the entire game. That's if Seymour doesn't score any points.
Zach, so the Wilby's two starting guards here give up a lot of height. Hamilton, see, that's where Hamilton's not a tall player, but when you're able to see over your defender like that, that shot's a lot easier. So we'll be giving up a lot of height here in the guard play.
Barnes will try a three, and he'll connect. So that's a pretty solid sign if you're Wilby. Now if you can get it done defensively.
Look opposite. George in and out. Carfiello. Yeah. That's his fourth. His dad is not happy with that.
I would pull him now.
Yeah. He was not happy.
I wouldn't let him foul out in case somehow Wilby makes it a close game.
So 18-point lead. Dixon replaces Stewart.
Garner's going to get the and one bucket to go, and I think that'll be on George. Yeah, they're going to get George there.
It's on the floor.
I don't think
that was on the floor.
Oh, my goodness. I saw him point like this. The basket's good. I guess he was pointing at the floor.
So Ethan Placencia back into the game. Substantial size advantage. Barnes with it.
And he's coming up firing. So 15 here, and Wilby can make this a game, and Coach Parker's up, and he's fired up here. We're going to get a travel on Hamilton.
Murillo gets off the bench.
So if Murillo can get it going too, this is what we saw last time. Barnes and Murillo just barraging Seymour's defense from three. Now this is where I know you don't want to take Joey out with the momentum going in Wilby's favor, but if he gets his fifth, you're just going to give him more momentum.
Yeah, you just got to play defense, sound defense, know where the shooters are, know where Murillo.
Stewart gets the bucket to go. And it will be a 13-point lead here and a chance to cut it to 12.
Yeah, Placencia.
So they're going to get Johnson back on the floor in a second too, so that Wilby will have the size advantage.
Yeah. Free throws missed. White with the rebound. Middle's open. Got to get someone in the middle, Zach.
Raphael's just going to throw it away.
Got to be in the middle.
Barnes thought about it.
There's no defense here.
That just
like there's just that was bad offense.
That's a momentum killer. You had a chance to cut it to 10 or 11. Hamilton tries a corner three, can't get it to go. Carfiello with the offensive rebound and putback. So Wilby will need to move the pace a little bit because they're back down 15.
Joey with 17, Zach.
Barna will go right into, and he'll get blocked by Carfiello. Baker with a rebound. Stewart will get a wide open corner three, can't get it to go. Baker on the putback.
I think White said he got hit there. I don't think the ref's going to listen to him. So 58-45 here.
So there's
12-point lead.
But here's what I don't like though. is your two biggest players on the court that are down low both have 3 and 4 fouls, so they're not going to contest. And once they give up the rebound, it's an easy putback for 2. And Joey with 4, he's not going to contest anything. I don't know.
So, Zach, we said at the start of the quarter what Wilby needed to do to get back into this game. They have. They're only down 13 here, which was 20. So they're making a comeback slowly. 19. They were down 19 at half. So cut the deficit to 13 here. So let's see a little bit of sloppy play by Seymour.
Yeah, I think if they can get it to 10 by the 4:30 mark in the next minute, they'll have a chance down the stretch. Especially with Barnes heating up here. If Morello can get going from outside the arc, they have some very good shooters and they're 2 young guards.
Wilby, though, Zach, we do know when you got shooters like Murillo and Barnes, why would you go into the Murillo is going to be called for his third. When you have shooters like Murillo and Barnes, though, you're in most games if you're down 6, right? Because you can score fast and you can hit the 3. So if you're Seymour, why aren't they flashing to the middle, Zach? In any zone is the press, the middle's going to be open, right? You want to get the ball to the middle and then look opposite.
I don't know.
Right? So here comes the flasher. There you go. White look opposite.
Oh,
White got away with one there.
Barnes is that's gonna be
his 4th. Yeah.
Harper's letting him know that was a bad call. I realistically thought he traveled before he got hit.
Yeah.
Barnes couldn't slow down his momentum.
You also had Baker coming. If you're Seymour, I would love to get some motion going here, guys.
Johnson did a good job on Carfiello right there. Almost picked the pocket.
You got to move the ball. And also, Zach, there, nice cut. That's lazy defense.
Well, Johnson did a good job there, but there was no rotation there because he helped out on Baker's man, Carfiello, when he came down. So Garner's going to go right past White, and White's going to pick up his 4th.
Yeah, that's a foul. He hip checked him. White's going to come out. Cortella is going to replace White. That's textbook foul, though, if you're the referees. He hip checked him.
Throwing it back to your referee days there, pulling out all the rule books.
Advantage, disadvantage, Zach, is how we refereed.
Exactly.
The defender created a disadvantage by putting his hip into the offensive player who then made contact with the floor.
Garner. Stat padding, as you like to say, Dino.
He is the sophomore, up to 12. Now, if you're Seymour, get the ball out of those trap areas. Yeah, good timeout there by Coach Carfiello, but you got to be careful, right? So you're up 13 here, but you get the ball into those trap zones, right? You don't want to pick up your dribble there where the sideline is an actual defender, right? They teach that. That's like basketball 101, Zach. I think every coach in
taught that in preschool.
Yeah, Biddy League teaches that. So, where you want to be is in the middle of the court, right? So you have the option to go east, west, north, and south. You don't want to be caught in a corner, either at the top of the key or in the bottom where that baseline or sideline is an extra defender. So you just got to be careful if you're Seymour. You want to catch that ball in an area where you're not pinned in by the sideline or the baseline. I kind of like this move here, making Joey the primary ball handler. Brings Johnson out.
Yeah. Be on the floor, though.
Yeah. So that's Johnson's first, though, Zach.
It's not a bad foul. Joey
No.
had a beat.
No. But I like having Joey Carfiello as your main ball handler. Good take. That's going to be Johnson's second. Carfiello up to 19, Zach.
With a chance to make it 20. We do know that he's chasing his dad's, Coach Carfiello's scoring record right now. I don't know how many points he has, or how many points he's off, but
They don't list it up top. They just give the year that he scored. So Joe scored his 1,000th in 1995. I was going to say that if that's his point total, he's got a ways to go. And Zach, I know we mentioned this previously, but Carfiello and Parker both have boys, 1,000-point scorers, both playing this year in the NVL. So kind of Joey Carfiello with the steal.
he's going to get up there and throw one down. That's a good way to get into the double figures with 20. So all momentum is getting drained here.
He's got 21, Zach.
Oh, that's going to be Carfiello's 5th, and the bucket's going to count.
Good take there by Baker. Yeah, that is his 5th. That's his 4th. I had
4 too.
Yeah, I had 4 with him already. I don't know. Maybe we missed one.
We must have gave one to someone. Gave one of his someone else's foul to him. Oh, maybe White has 5. Or did we miss one?
White has 4. So Carfiello and White with 4 here for Seymour.
Hamilton pump fakes, gets Johnson in the air, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Joey Carfiello, and he gets another.
He's up to 23.
And he has 10 here in this 4th quarter. So Wilby's going to need to move.
Yeah, they got to score quick. And unfortunately, they just haven't been able to be consistent with getting baskets. Coach Parker not happy. He thought there was a foul. A lot of contact.
Robbie Carfiello was looking for one. Barnes will get in, and they'll get to go. Hamilton with a foul.
So White back in. Murillo will sit. Stewart in for Murillo. White in for Calabrese. So Hamilton, Cortella, Joey Carfiello, Robbie Carfiello, Shane White. Barnes misses.
Good rebound, so they get a chance to cut into this deficit a bit more here.
Down 15, Zach. You got to score quick, though.
Barnes is going to try a 3, and he'll connect. So Barnes coming to life here, and it's a 12-point game.
So Zach Barnes just in this quarter's got 11. So 30-second timeout. Wilby.
I mean, the issue for Seymour is you have one player who scored 10 points. The rest of the offense, besides a basket from Hamilton, hasn't really done much when we've seen it evenly dispersed throughout the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, I know Joey's had a lot of quick baskets, Zach. If you're Seymour, you got to move the ball around, man. You can't play one-on-one, and you've seen a lot of one-on-one play here in this quarter. I don't know, maybe these guys, when they see these leads, they just I don't know. I just would like to see the offense move, get the ball moving. That's how they've been able to beat this Wilby team, getting back doors, getting open shots, getting open looks. They got to continue to do that. So press here for Wilby. That middle's going to be open. Someone's open.
Oh, Robbie Carfiello loses it. Saved by White. And he'll split the defense. He'll get thrown to the ground. Hamilton will try a corner 3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Portello.
If you're Seymour, you also have the clock as your friend here, Zach.
Barnes
I would
has
work
here.
the clock.
He has 4.
Robbie Carfiello with it too, yeah. So if you're Seymour, you got to work the clock and expose those matches. Barnes with 4, Zach. I would go at him. I'd keep going at him. I mean, he's their leading scorer, and he's got 4 fouls. Got to get up on him now. He's made a couple of those deep threes. Errant pass there by Barnes. Stewart into the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand why Murillo's not back in there. I mean, he hasn't done much other than those 2 threes in the second quarter, but he killed Seymour in that first game, Zach.
Yeah, he did.
So 2 minutes to go here. Seymour holding on to a 14-point lead. Wilby trying to make a comeback. If you're Seymour, you got to know where Barnes is.
Yeah, they need to start moving, though. They're wasting too much time.
Yeah.
Baker will wait way too long.
That's not who you want shooting the three. Now, Murillo's coming on. I just don't understand these substitutions. I mean, you're down 14. I mean, you've got 2 bigs in there. Stewart, not really your shooter.
I'm hoping they're paying attention
Murillo's
to the
back
shot
in.
clock.
Yeah, 3 seconds on the clock. So Calabrese in for White. White's been holding his hand, and he's got 4 fouls. So
I think it's that elbow again.
action's going to be for Murillo. Yeah, he's your shooter. He's not going to get it off. Yeah, got to recognize. I think Murillo wanted the foul, but that was pretty good defense there.
Yeah, he should have just came off a pass and took his momentum.
He had the shot. I thought he had enough space for the shot. He just didn't shoot.
I think he thought he had more time than he did.
Yeah, good job there by Joey not to shoot. You're up. The clock is your friend. I would really try to work this ball and try to get the best shot possible. Double team coming. A foul there.
That's going to be off of Hamilton. I thought that hit Hamilton's hand.
Yeah.
I think
Stewart got away with a foul. Yeah. So technical foul on Stewart.
I think Coach Parker is getting up now.
Yeah, I think he wants to know what he said. So Stewart, they're having a discussion over there, Zach. I think they want to talk about it. No, they're going to shoot the technical. I think Coach Parker's saying something to the other official about something else going on. So Brandon Calabrese to shoot the free throws. So he's 1 for 2. Makes the first. Misses the second. He's 2 for 4 from the line. He's got 4 for the game. So 15-point lead. 123. Might not be enough time left for Wilby to mount a comeback here, Zach.
Well, I've seen Tracy McGrady get 13 in 33 seconds. So anything's possible.
I think Reggie Miller scored. I know you're a Tracy McGrady guy. That's your generation. But I think Reggie Miller scored
against the Knicks, though.
Yeah. So no count. Yeah. Tough take, though. Yeah. There's not enough time left. Murillo's blocked. That's going to stay there.
Yeah, I think he had Barnes and a kick out there for 3 in the corner.
Yeah.
Barnes has had the hot hand. Down 15, I would have gave it up there. You need threes. Threes at this point.
You gotta get threes, and you gotta get them fast. They just don't have enough time, Zach. With the way they've played, like here, you're killing clock time and not getting a shot. Barnes shoots deep 3 off the mark. Nice rebound there. Just can't finish for Garner. That's uncommon. Garner's missed like the last 2 layups, Zach. That's uncommon.
Hamilton start the buses, the Seymour student section.
Yeah. So Garner grabs Carfiello. That's going to be 2 shots for Carfiello. 5 fouls. So we're going to see the bench get cleared here for Seymour. You're smart if you're Coach Carfiello. So Seymour will move on. They'll get WCA, Zach. Let's see if we can get some other scores here from the NVL. Oxford pulled within 6. 45 seconds remaining in Oxford, 66-60 Woodland. So tight one there. Carfiello makes the first. Slew of substitutions here, Zach. So let's see if by the time we're on, who wins the Oxford Woodland game.
Yeah, we'll pull up the bracket again at the end of the game and start to look at some matchups.
Carfiello mixes the second 16-point game here, 22 seconds left. So Wilby, very young team. Future is bright, but they get ready for the NVL tournament.
So this is, I'm sure, how Seymour wanted to
Excuse
send
me.
it off here on senior night.
CIAC tournament, not the NVL tournament. Seymour will continue on in the NVL tournament to play WCA. So 70-54 is going to be our final here, Zach. Leaders for Seymour, Shane White Jr. chips in with
15.
Did you have 15? Oh, yeah, the 2 free throws. Joey Carfiello, your leading scorer. He had 11 just in that corner, Zach.
I have 26. I don't know if that's
26
right.
unofficially. No, I got 26 as well. 20. He had 11 at the half, 11 in this quarter, and then 4 in the third quarter. So that gives him 26. Robbie Carfiello chips in with 12.
And Hamilton had 9 as well.
Yeah, Hamilton with 9. So as we said, and then a couple other players, Jake George with 2, Brandon Calabrese with 4, and Big E, Ethan Placencia with 2. So they got some scoring from players that normally don't score, but then they've got the 4 seniors chipping in with what they usually, you got an excellent effort from Shane White early in that game. And then coming out of that third quarter, he finishes with a little bit higher than his season average of 15. So let's see if we've got an update on the Woodland-Oxford game. Doesn't look like we do, Zach. But so Seymour takes on WCA. That'll be Saturday, I believe, at Wilby. So what happens now, unfortunately, we don't control the NVL here. They don't, a little bit different than what other conferences do. So they will lead to Wilby. All roads lead to Wilby, as they say, because the way the NVL does it, they do it all at Wilby. So Seymour will play WCA on Saturday at 12:45. The winner of St. Paul Wolcott will play Crosby at 11, and then Torrington versus Woodland will happen at 2:30, and then Holy Cross will play the winner of Watertown Kennedy at 4:15 in the nightcap. So that'll happen Saturday. Let's just check, Zach, if we can get another update here. We might have it. Looks like Woodland takes down Oxford 70-62. So Woodland advances. They'll take on Torrington on Saturday in the 2:30 game, the 4 versus 5 matchup, and we've got the 2 versus 7 at 12:45. So 2 games finalized here in the NVL. Zach, we're back tomorrow down at Notre Dame Prep. We've got a semifinal. We've got New Fairfield coming in against the number 1 seed Notre Dame Prep. So make sure to subscribe because we also hope to be doing some state games with either a couple of schools. So we'll definitely have 1 or 2 state games. So make sure to subscribe to Project Purple Sports and make sure to follow us if you're on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter because we also put updates out on there as well. So I think that's a wrap from Seymour, Zach. This could be our last game. Well, we'll get a state game.
One state game, yes.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So thanks for watching us this season. It's been one hell of a season. You know, now Seymour goes to 14-7. This game does count towards their overall record. Playoffs and postseason's already been factored in, but you know, in terms of records here, everything counts. Wilby, you know, they've got a bright future. They are going to graduate some size, but Garner's only a sophomore. He had a hell of a game. And, you know, they've got some young guards, so we'll see how next year it turns out for them. Fox, if he comes back, you know, and then, you know, Seymour's got a lot of rebuilding to do here, but they've got a lot of games still to come. So that's it from Seymour, Zach. We'll see you tomorrow night coming live from Notre Dame Prep. We've got the girls and the boys semifinal game of the SWC coming from Notre Dame.